Well, U.S. Marine Corps Master Sergeant Kevin Haunschild landed in Kabul, Afghanistan for what he assumed would be a typical deployment. Well, it turned out to be anything but typical. What was about to happen would not only land him a Bronze Star, but also make him the Military Times Marine of the Year.
15 August 2021, we got the call from our colonel. The Taliban was moving into the city. As soon as we got down there, it was chaos. There was aircraft everywhere, taking off, and just sheer panic. There was Afghan Air Force Cessna that had aborted takeoff, and we watched them roll and just stopped right in the middle of the runway. Our initial thoughts were, okay, they know where we are, and that aircraft has rockets in it, so this is it.
And that was it, all right. When President Biden called for the evacuation of Afghanistan, it was 17 days of chaos. And Haunschild found himself attached to the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit, coordinating tower and ground air traffic control for the largest non-combatant evacuation operation in military history, helping 144,000 non-combatants flee the country, as well as military personnel from more than 23 nations. As we continue honoring Military Appreciation Month, today we are also honoring the Military Times Service Member of the Year, Master Sergeant Kevin Haunschild. Kevin, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, do me a favor. Just take us back to that harrowing day. We all remember it. We were covering it. It was breaking news. We were live for days. You had just learned of suspicious Taliban activity near that main control tower. Tell me what happened next, Kevin.
So we had gotten the notification that from our civilian counterparts there that they had left some equipment, and there was an Afghan local controller that they had showed up a little bit late that day. So it was essential equipment that they needed to be able to provide the ATC services, you know, there at the alternate tower. So I went and got approval to cross the runway with a small team. It was myself and 3 or 4 other soldiers in a truck, and we went over there. The tower at that time had been surrounded by, you know, unknown disposition of Afghan civilians and other unknowns. So we made it through there, and there was 2 of us on the ground that dismounted the truck, went and grabbed him, got him from the crowds, you know, searched him, got the equipment, put him in the truck, and then on our way back was when our vehicle was hit. On or near right around the Abbey Gate.
Wow. Yeah, and we know what happened there at the Abbey Gate, which was gut-wrenching for all of us here and our military. And, you know, it was absolute chaos. You're right. I mean, the Afghan people were seen clinging to the aircraft. How are we ever going to forget those pictures? They just wanted to get out of there. What were you thinking and feeling at that point when you were witnessing that, Kevin?
So I was actually on the runway. We had joined the lines on the runway at that time to move the crowds across back so that C-17 could actually depart. It had been sitting on the ramp for hours, just turning, ready to go. We were actually right there next to the C-17 when it took off, as the Afghans were climbing on top of it, and we were trying to get them off, but it was just it seemed impossible at that moment. So we were just protecting and keeping the ones safe that were not on the aircraft. And when it took off, flew right over top of us, and that's kind of when you know, the news media got a hold of the videos, and you know, seeing the people fall, it was almost dead silence on the airport for a minute.
Wow. And what do you think the military, your fellow comrades, even the President of the United States learned from that day?
Well, for me, at least, what I learned and from what I remember is to be prepared for anything. I mean, that's why we're, you know, within the military, we consider ourselves subject matter experts within our specific fields. So that way our commanders can depend on us to do our job and not necessarily be micromanaged. You know, the commander can tell us to go, hey, you know, go do it exactly what it is that you've been training to do for however many years you've been in.
How do you think this moment in time changed you as a person and as a Marine?
So, I mean, over the last almost 2 years now, I'm extremely humbled. I take, you know, each day one step at a time. It's not easy, but you know, looking at it, I definitely think about, you know, the 13 service members that we lost on August 26th. And then I was able to bring back, the small team of amazing Marines that I had with me. There was 14 of us total, at least with the guys that I took out with me. Was able to bring them back. And I still talk to every single one of them. But from what I've learned from that experience is just to just be humble and be accountable.
Well, it's incredible what you did and how you served our country, and I think we all learned so much from that moment in time. Master Sergeant Kevin Haunschild, congratulations. You deserve this, no doubt, and we just appreciate you sharing the story and being with us today.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very honored.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.